Okay, let's get Stefanos in right here. He's in Barcelona. He's got the win over Korda, avenging that loss in Miami a couple weeks ago. We spoke to him before. Welcome in Stefanos Tsitsipas. Hey, Steph, it's good to see you. Got myself, Jason, Sam, and Nick. We watched your match, super clean. You never faced a break point, so the scoreline was kind of tight, but you must have felt really comfortable on your serve. Did you feel as comfortable as it looked?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
I managed my rallies quite well, I'd say, and that was the reason why I was able to kind of get away with it much more. In terms of my serve, I mean, I had a few games that I served quite better than the rest. It was enough to kind of give me that ease, that cruise feeling that I had during the match, where I was able to really kind of be consistent in the way that the score line worked on my favor when I was serving. So I felt like the biggest asset today was well, the forehand after the serve, and the way I was able to kind of open up the court and push him to, you know, on the stretch shots.
Steph, we see you so comfortable on the clay every time you get out there. Is that kind of your mindset? You're mentioning the forehand after the serve, but what is your mindset kind of going into every single match?
My mindset is to try and, you know, impose my game by being aggressive. I don't want other people kind of, you know, putting too much of their game and playing in their own terms. And that is something that I try and focus on when I play on clay. Is, you know, open up the court well, be patient, not rush too much. Clay court at the end is not a surface that, you know, redeems those that are way too daring and hit way too hard. I feel like you have to kind of be smart about it and know where the limit is. I feel like the biggest thing that definitely helps me on clay is being able to use my backhand very effectively and smart in order to afterwards use my other best shot, which is the forehand.
Yeah.
So these two combined well, I feel like leave me a lot of room and gap to kind of impose my game.
I want to take a break on talking about Barcelona. Going back last week to Monte Carlo, there's the image or the video of you driving in that beautiful Aston Martin, right? The green Aston Martin. It's incredible. There's no windshield. Can you take that onto the freeway, or are bugs hitting you in the face? Or do you just have to keep that car going 20 miles an hour?
Last thing I would expect is talking about cars on tennis show. But,
no, he beat me to the question. I'm talking about cars too.
No, there's no windshield.
We were talking about it during your match, yeah.
Well, if you pay close attention on the back, I have two helmets, one on the driver's seat.
I told you helmets. I told you.
Helmet.
You see, well, so there you have two helmets in that car, and in case I want to take it to the freeway, you see right there on the back. So
oh yeah,
you can always use the helmets on the freeway. It's an insane experience because it literally makes you feel like an F1 driver. The wind is so strong that you kind of like, you have to work on your neck to kind of be strong to keep a straight sort of, when you're driving, it has the tendency to push you sideways. So you kind of, you know, it's an experience.
Cool car.
I would love to take you on a ride one day.
How fast have you taken that car? What's been the fastest speed that you've taken it up?
If I was to tell you, I might end up in there.
That's good
neck string.
But it's funnily enough, I was reading about the car when I saw it, you driving it in Monte Carlo, because I'm a big Aston Martin fan. And I was reading a little bit about it, and it said that they actually based that car on their Formula One car. So it is very much with that in mind, I'm sure, when you're driving it. I hear you've got a handful of those, though. Is that the thing that
a handful, I wouldn't say.
But is that something you treat yourself to? Nice little ride when you have success. You want to feel good about yourself?
Look, I mean, I made a deal with myself that if I finish the year, you know, in the top 3, I would like to get myself something nice. I'm very particular about certain things, and my taste is kind of, you know, I would never get a Ferrari. This is too cliche for me, and I loved Aston Martins my entire life. I was a James Bond fan, and I always liked the brand itself. I saw it one day at outside the dealership in Monaco. I was walking by, and that was before the clay court swing starts in 2022, 21, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I was walking outside of the dealership. I saw that car right in the front of the dealership, and since that day, it kind of, I was ruminating about it every single day during the clay court swing. I finished Roland Garros, and I said to myself, it would be wrong if I didn't buy this thing and someone else did before me. So I just went and bought it because it just felt wrong not to. That was my first ever big investment in terms of a car. I felt like, I deserved it, obviously, for so many years of hard work.
Yeah.
And it made me feel, it was one of those purchases that made me feel really happy. Usually, you buy stuff, you forget about things a few weeks later or months later. But one of those things that stays with me and I have a whole different appreciation for every single day is, having to own one of those things. It really adds a lot of happiness into my life.
I was reading a story, though, about that as well. And wasn't there some kind of a story about a certain number? You were texting the dealer and then like you were thinking about whether you should buy the car or not. Like it was such a cool story.
I forgot to mention that too.
Go on.
The story, I was staying at the Four Seasons Hotel in my hometown in Bulgarmeni, and I was staying. What was it? What was the story? I forgot. It was something with a number.
It was your room number, right? And
I asked the dealer about the which number was the. So basically, this car, they make 88 cars in the world. The 88 Speedsters are produced, have only been produced, and it will remain like this forever. So I asked the dealer from Aston Martin in Monaco, what is my number? What is this car's number on the production? And he said it was 25. And at the same time, I was texting my psychologist, who is based in Greece. He was coming to visit me in my hotel room. And he asked me, Steph, in which room are you? And I'm talking with both people at the same time. And I tell him, Costa is 25.
No way.
Yeah, meant to be.
No way.
Meant to be.
We were... So, and then the text from the dealer came at the exact same time when I was texting Costa's 25. And kind of my mind was blown apart.
I love it. I love it. Meant to be.
And then it was just straight cash.
Yeah.
Steph, can we get some...
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's yours.
Is that your Aston Martin dealer in Monte Carlo?
That's the car salesman.
No, but I would love to take him on a nice stroll with it. He would definitely be one of my go-to people to take for a ride.
He would love that too. Would mess with his hair, but he'd love it.
That's amazing. Can we, before we let you go, can we get a thought on your next opponent, Arthur Fils? You guys have met twice before, but both times were indoor hard court. 3 of the 4 sets went to a breaker. Now you're going to get him on clay.
Yes, we've had our fair share of matches in the past. He's someone that has actually climbed the rankings quite fast, has a very explosive game. I feel like my tactic and the way I'm going to approach this match is not letting him, dictate too much and create his own pace when he's hitting and generating power too often. Is one of those things that is not going to be easy, and it's going to be sort of demanding from my side to be able to play deep, have him on the stretch most of the time. He's a competitor, and we're both competitors. I wish for myself to stay close into the score and have this match pushed to its extremes if that's possible. That is my mindset walking into this match.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. And we appreciate the insight from you. So cool, especially coming off after the win to join and hang with us. So congrats on the win. Best of luck against Fils.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for the time, man. Good
See you,
luck.
Steph.
Keep it going.
Thanks, buddy.